All right, we're going to do this. And get some of the words in. Not sure how long I'm going to be on today. If I get a page done, I'll be happy. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe to Twitch, and also to hit the follow button, the subscribe button on YouTube. My wife and her niece are in the background talking. They are making cookies and pies and various things for Thanksgiving. It's one of those days you wonder if anybody's even going to be coming on. You know what I'm saying? What are you writing today, Mr. Rosamilia? Let me tell you, Mr. Lutsky. I'm writing a free back scratcher because I can't wait for somebody to call it in. Oh, that's fucking good. I am writing chapter 39 of 50 of White Room, which is the second book in a trilogy Tom Duffy and I are working on. So we are about 49,000 words into this. We are home stretch. Speaking of Tom Duffy, there he is right there. Ladies, gentlemen. Tom Duffy. So I'm working on this next chapter for me and Tom's book. What are you working on? Anything, Chad? The character, one of the characters right now, the cop, his name is Chad. I'm doing a final draft of the book I wrote a few years ago. Thunderstorm is going to have at it before it's even published. It's white, trashy Southern goth. Nice. You know what? I'm looking forward to reading that white, trashy Southern goth book. I only had that one book with Thunderstorm. Chad, Officer Friendly. Actually, it's Officer Williams. Officer Williams. Officer Chad Williams. He's the cop that lets all the skater kids do what they want. Yeah, he's the cop that went to work and they were like, "How'd you break your arm?" Well, you know those skater kids I was supposed to be chased downtown. One of them let me use one of their boards, and not as good as I used to be. Speaking of cops, that book I wrote from the Donald P. Borcher screenplay is up for pre-order on Amazon. I wasn't even told. I hadn't even seen the cover, and they put Borcher's name above mine. Doesn't even say based on a screenplay. Who's the publisher on that one? Is it an AI cover, or do they actually get you a cover? Here's the mailman delivering nothing but garbage. Thank you. So, like Borchers and I came up with these horrible ideas together and wrote a book. The book is called Good Cop, Grand Pop. And Psychopocalypse. All right. So you're still getting stuff out there, which is good. There's Mr. Frank. I'm sure working hard today, killing it at work today. Or he's off today. Either way. Are you and your wife still doing the YouTube thing, Chad? Thomas, you ready for food in a crowded house? Hey now, hey now. What's funny is, as I'm reading, as soon as you say crowded house, especially in caps, that immediately came to mind. Anyway, I'm driving, so be extra entertaining, please. Where are you driving to? Knoxville? To go to the Buddhas for Thanksgiving? Nice. Frank, how was the Wicked movie? Was Frank around? Would you get like a half day at work? Little turkey party, and then everybody go home early? Trust says, well, all this stuff I pretty much wrote before I quit writing. I'm still doing the YT thing, but Mary isn't. I'm doing it with Jeremiah, but we're on hiatus because he moved out of state. She don't want to do it anymore. She don't like working with you, probably. You guys aren't doing the video thing anymore. Stopped at Wawa for lunch. Half day. What'd you get at Wawa? Tell me your order from Wawa. My wife has her niece here, and they're making cookies and pies and things. But she had to get the smoker died. The one smoker blew up a while ago, and then she opened up the other one today to clean it out, and it's kind of getting rusty. And she's like, I'm just buying a new smoker. I'm like, go for it. So the two of them went out and bought a new smoker, and then they brought Taco Bell home. So I had some Taco Bell. As my daughter says it, one word, Taco Bell. Chicken quesadilla, 4 soft tacos, and stinking root beer, which is now done. Chicken jalapeno wrap. Whoa, that'll go right through you. Tom, you looking forward to being here tomorrow? Hanging out with all these lovely people, eating a lot of lovely food? I know I am. I'm looking forward to finally see the legend that is a Shelley Thanksgiving. Yes. This will be monumental. She's got 5 turkeys, I believe she's doing. She's deep frying a couple, 3. And then she is smoking 2 or 3 of them. And then plus about, I don't know, I think she's doing like 8 different desserts or something ridiculous. And then everybody brings stuff. And we got some new people this year bringing some new stuff. I know Teresa, who was at her birthday party, her and her aunt are coming, and they're bringing Swedish meatballs. I don't believe either of them are Swedish, so I think they are meatballs, Swedish types. Yeah, pretty much turkey. Yeah, it's pretty much like a lot of pound. Hold on. Shelly. Shelly.
Yes.
How many pounds of turkey are you making?
Hold on. 60?
60 pounds of turkey. Hopefully that's enough for 30 people. Swedish culture appropriation. Yeah. Hopefully she just calls them meatballs. Normally we have just a traditional southern, mac and cheese and turkey and collard greens and veggies, stuff like that. But then other people, new people coming in, are bringing in other non-southern items. So it should be interesting. Dressing, stuff like that. You have to call them American Swedish. Yeah, that is true. Are we even allowed to say the word meat anymore, I wonder? Oh, you brought American Swedish balls? Nice. This freaking meat is murder. Tasty, tasty murder. All right, hit the next page already. Zoo. There's room for all of God's creatures at the table, right next to the gravy and mashed potatoes. Exactly. We will have several tables. We will have the dining room table. We will have the kitchenette area table. We will have two tables outside. We will have a round table outside in the grass. We should have like 35, 40 people here. All good. All really good. Guess what time it is, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to get rid of this Taco Bell. I will be right back. You can listen to them talking in the background. Yeah. All right. I'm back. I'm back, and my wife's gonna have to use the mixer. Next page, Mr. Frank. Next page. You only rent. You know what? I swear. I was gonna say. You don't own Taco Bell. You just rent it. Yep. And that rental agreement is over. Whew. I'm gonna turn the fan on. Oh, I made a run. I definitely made a run for the border. Whew. People should start arriving around noon tomorrow. You should be eating by about 12:30. By about 2:30, I'll be like, please, everybody leave so I can take a nap. Yeah, no, it was not. It was that wasn't even a jog. That was a run. That was a run in many definitions, many verbs and nouns. It's hard to concentrate when they're making noises and they're cooking and stuff, you know. I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna get through this. Because you know what? Because I'm professional. Professional. You know what I watched the other night? Not last night, I don't believe. The night before. I watched the Everybody Loves Raymond 30th anniversary reunion show. Just happened to be on. I was just like, you know what? We were we sat down. We were about to have dinner. We made burgers and hot dogs. This was Monday night, and I had watched something, and then it went on. It just went back to whatever was on cable, and then this was just starting. I was like, let's watch a couple minutes of this. It was on for an hour and a half. We watched the whole thing. Then I realized that I haven't watched the last probably 2 seasons of Phil. What's his name? Phil going out and eating everything. I forgot about that show. I know Mr. Frank watches it. Everybody Loves Raymond was one of those shows where I watched, but not all the time. I did not like his wife. I didn't really like her in anything she was in. She was the worst character. Heck yeah, Mr. Frank says. Stranger Things final season starts tonight. Can't wait to see that sister who looks like she's 45. I wonder if all the kids are still going to be around playing kids. Yeah, they all look a lot older now. I forgot that started tonight. Everybody's gonna be watching it. Everybody's gonna be all excited about it. A couple of them, you see them in interviews and stuff. They look a little long in the tooth, as they say, as the young kids say. Hey, Alice. Madonna's Madonna looks awful. She still looks younger, but she looks just awful. She looks like they took Madonna from in her 30s and they just kind of rearranged and squished her face around. So she looks like a cartoon. Not a good one. She's very loud, right? There doesn't seem to be a transition phase with her. Suddenly she looked like Muppet Madonna. Yeah. It was like you saw, like, she started getting a little weird, but nothing really. But then it was distracting because of that British accent suddenly she had, even though she's from New York. And then the next time you saw her, she was like a poorly rendered Muppet. How does one render a Muppet? Low heat, exactly. Tom knows. God, he's rendered so many Muppets in his lifetime. Oh, Frank, you probably didn't even know. That was Tom's job before he moved down here. He was a Muppet renderer. Low and slow, that is the tempo. Ooh. Yeah, I watched that Mad Magazine documentary. It was pretty good. Mad Magazine's the thing we all read it growing up. You don't even think about it. Speaking of Mad Magazine, Nick Zinn in the house. Working today, Nick? Or hardly working? What a funny joke that is. Did I hear Tom was a Muppet? Yes, you did. Mad was mid. I had more crack magazines than Mad. Alfred E. Newman was actually interviewed. He looks great. He actually looks like Madonna now, which is weird. Next page, Nick Zinn. Next page. I read Mad and Cracked and all the other rip-off ones. I was never really like every month I had to get it. I was more into comic books then. So I was always buying comic books. Every now and then my brother would buy a Mad magazine or Cracked or something. They were all right. The way they talk about it in the documentary, obviously it changed the entire world, the spectrum. All comedy is because of them. That was a good one. What was the other one? My favorite one as I got little was Big Butt Magazine. Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Biggins. That was a good one. Another solid magazine. Oh yeah, I mean, we'll give which quarter. That was, you know what? I love, especially when they went to a quarterly. That was important. I've never read that one. I don't read any of the British ones. All right, Tom, if you're still there, chapter done. We broke 50K. Did you bring in all the chairs and air fryers for tomorrow? No, no. Tonight I gotta bring in the tables and all the chairs. The air fryer we're gonna have to put in the garage or something for more, and the toaster for more counter space. My wife bought a brand new smoker today, so she's prepping that now, and then she's got to clean out the deep fryer, the oil fryer, because she's going to deep fry a couple of turkeys, and we're going to smoke a couple turkeys. But right now they're making cookies and whatnot. I'm going to send Tom a message also, just as a reminder that chapter done. Tired. You have a deep fryer. Where's that for the potato bar? The problem is it's huge. Like you can literally fit a 16-pound turkey in it. So you really can't just throw a bunch of baked potatoes in that like that. I don't think it takes forever for it to heat up to. Can't wait for the new Thanksgiving videos of people burning their houses down from deep frying inside turkey. Yeah, I saw a video this morning that that chef who rips on people that make awful food, and he's like, the guy's like, oh, I'm frying a turkey for the first time, and the oil is to the top. And then, of course, as it gets hot, it starts boiling over. So then he tries to plunge the turkey in, and if the turkey's too big, it doesn't even fit. And it's like shooting scalding water in all directions. Like, people are just dumb. You gotta have the right proportions. It's proportional. I'm glad we finally broke 50 1,000 words on this book. So both books that I am co-writing with authors are now back to the authors over the last couple of days. So I feel good about that. No stress for me on Thanksgiving to have to dive in and write, hopefully. Although if it happens, it happens. I'll just be like, hey, everybody, I ate. I'm gonna go write a chapter. Oh, Tom finished the chapter. I gotta go write. But hey, thanks for coming. What do you eat up there, Nick? Up in southern Canada. Both authors. Jordan Harper is so lucky to have you. You know what? And he knows it too. Can't tell you how many times he just calls in the middle of the night, thanks me for writing with him. Goodness. Tired. I'm reading an Alistair Burke book right now. That's one of the things that I'm reading. I'm also reading that climate change crime thriller anthology on my Kindle, which is pretty good. I like it. Pretty good. We have Canadian goose stuffed with Canadian bacon stuffed with poutine. You know that does sound delicious. Do they actually celebrate Thanksgiving on a Thursday, or are you idiots going to move it to Saturday or Sunday or something? He's got some hands. I forgot what his phone speaker. Still on PKD. Might tap out before it over. Everybody using all these initials all of a sudden. List people out in leftover sales, so yes, Saturday. Ridiculous. People are nuts up there. Alright, speaking of nuts, I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm not going to start another writing something or other. I think I've done enough for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will be back on Friday. And Friday, the trigger chance that you read that does make sense. Friday, I will be on. Yeah, I will be on. Armando Torrance Rosamilia, ATR. There you go. I'll see everybody Friday, maybe. If you're on, you're on. If not, you're not. I'm going to start my rewrite of one of my Southern Gothic noir thrillers. Whew. That's the goal. Your goal is to have a good Thanksgiving. Tom, I will see you tomorrow. Bring your appetite.